Ted Cruz, the Great Reset. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at a point in time in history where a civil war is coming. And after this civil war, society as we know it is going to come to a great reset. Now, for the past couple of decades, we've experienced Marxist agendas such as feminism, LGBTQ, pro-black, this woke, all this woke movement that has obviously confused people, destroyed people, and we're at a point in time where the Antichrists have shown their colors in the form of Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. With that in mind, with this whole thing that's going on with the pandemic and this whole vaccine thingy, there's gonna come a time where the supreme government, the Antichrists, are gonna keep pushing the envelope, keep pushing on laws that suppress people's freedom of speech, their freedom of movement, their freedoms to enjoy life. We're already experiencing the mask mandates and the whole thing with vaccines. They're going to try to make it mandatory. Already we're experiencing no masks, no entry at grocery stores, even at work. Now it's going to be a matter of vaccine mandates. No vaccines, no entry, no job, you're screwed. The Antichrists are going to keep pushing the envelope up to the point where it's going to come a time where the rebels are going to get so fed up, they're going to start fighting back. Now, here's the thing. About 95% of people will cave in to the pressures of this supreme government, or these Antichrists, the people on top, the people who are putting all these laws in pass. Most people will cave in to the pressures. I'll say about 95% of people, because they're scared of losing their jobs, they're scared to offend. They will just cave in, okay? Because most people want to play it safe. I'd say about 5% of people will actually stand strong, shoulder to shoulder, and they're gonna try and fight these Antichrists, either by literal civil war where there's guns blazing and whatever. I hope it doesn't come to that point. Or they're gonna fight legislatively. I'm thinking it's more, the civil war is gonna be more of a legislative civil war. Now here's the thing. Initially, people are gonna elect a captain to be their representative, to represent them, to represent the rebels. And this candidate, at first, since he's liked by everyone, since he's so trusted, he might cave in himself, he might sell out to the anti-Christian government. Even apart from that, because the rebels are only 5%, there's only 5% of people who are willing to stand strong. The rebels will lose. And it's going to come to a point where the Antichrist, the supreme government, is going to pass on such a law that is going to completely put people under the complete submission of the supreme government. Up to a point where people have no more freedom of speech, no more freedom of movement. They're going to put such a blow on society. It's going to put them under complete submission under this supreme government. But check this out. Remember this name, Ted Cruz. Now, from what I know about Ted Cruz, a lot of people, they don't like him that much. But check this out. That is exactly what makes him the perfect savior for the people. Ted Cruz was the first senator to say to lift the mask mandates in Texas. Already showing signs of some fight back. That's why I personally nominate him to be the man who's going to deliver the final blow for the people. But like I said, the rebels will lose at first. And by the time the supreme government has complete control of everyone, no one is speaking out, everyone is just in complete submission. Someone from the inside, someone amongst those antichrists is going to get turned over. He's going to turn their backs against his fellow antichrists, and he's going to side with the fallen rebels. This reminds me of F.W., the case of F.W. de Klerk and Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was the rebel. F.W. de Klerk was amongst the government members who were ruling in the apartheid regime. This situation is going to be no different, no exception, no different. Someone from the inside, someone amongst these antichrists, someone that we don't know, someone who has power, is going to turn their backs against his own kind, and he's going to side with the rebels. Amongst siding with the rebels, they're gonna start making negotiations amongst the rebels, i.e. Ted Cruz, on a way forward, how they can stop the supreme government. They're gonna start making negotiations, and amongst those negotiations, this particular antichrist that we don't know is going to start working hand in hand with Ted Cruz on how to figure out some sort of deals on how we can go back to normal. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not sure. My knowledge only goes so far. But amongst this great deal that is going to inspire a great reset in terms of the limits of government regulations on the people, in terms of going back to the ways that worked in the past. I'm talking about obliterating feminism, because all these things are interconnected. Something that's gonna obliterate all this Marxist movement, right? All this brainwashing, left-wing propaganda that's being taught in schools. Ted Cruz, I believe, is gonna come up with a plan of some sort, such a brilliant plan that's gonna obliterate all these things, and in turn, we're gonna find ourselves going back to the methods that worked. I'm talking about putting men first. I'm talking about ending feminism, or at least creating some form of deal. Yeah? I'm talking about limiting the extent of how government can regulate people's lives, bringing back freedom of speech, government regulations of just stuff. But listen, what I'm saying now, a lot of people aren't gonna agree with it, and that's okay. This is just my personal take. But what I'm saying is, if there's someone who's gonna deliver the final blow for the people, It's going to be Ted Cruz. We are going to experience the Great Reset. We're going to go back to what to the methods that worked in the past for the greater society. But perhaps I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. I'm just expressing my opinions. I may be right, I may be wrong, but this was just my personal take. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.